current time is 7:30 p.m. on this Tuesday evening, September 9th, 2025, and what we now have the feeder filled and the bees are multiplying on this thing, but the temperatures are dropping, so they won't be around for much longer. And stepping out here right away, we are greeted with many flames, if you will. Wow, look at this right up here. This is just massive. Wow, that even looks kind of creepy, almost like a skull of like a fish. And then we continue on down, maybe even something that you would see in an alien, aliens type movie. I'm just using a little pareidolia with this, okay. But anyways, oh yeah, okay, so I was looking out my bedroom window, and what had caught my attention was actually down here there was a streamer that was going north and south. Yeah, it's still right here in the middle. That is the streamer that caught my attention. But yeah, now we have this that is, come on, focus. This that is headed our way. We got some really neat shadowing that's kicking off too. Can we see that right in here? Strange shadowing. It just doesn't really make sense because it is not. There's nothing there. I don't know. And with the angle of the sun and all that, that shadowing does not make sense. But now, we just had that cut right through it. It's almost like a predetermined flight path. that little bit of cut out there. Yeah, and I came out here with the intentions of keeping this short, and it's kind of difficult to do when there's always something that's happening that can be recorded. And here in the Michigan skies, at least over my head, man, there's a lot that can be taken in. And like I said before, if I was sitting out here on a continuous basis, wow, we'd be seeing an awful lot. And that butterfly just flew across once again. Bird. Okay, but anyway, going back up here. Might as well go ahead and record. Oh, yeah. Record a little bit of this guy. Maybe. There we go, dim down. Oh, choking on my own words. Dim down the lighting just a little bit. And we'll have some fluctuations in the coloration here, but I don't know if we're able to see that craft any better with the lighting dimmed or not. Because otherwise, okay, so it's not like we haven't seen them before, right? Once again, typically the only reason why I keep, monitoring them is because there's times where strange, uncanny things occur. And of course, you can find examples of that in my playlist. Depending on what title that you look under. And that one left a little bit of stuff up here that is dissipating rather quickly. Okay, so we got this little chunk back here. And of course, we got some. Yeah, let's drop this lighting down a little bit. Oh yeah, we got, see that one back here now? Oh, that's just crazy looking back here. Really crazy looking. Oh yeah. See what I mean? We got Jacob's ladder back here. I mean, next to that straight line, down up, right above the trees. It's kind of difficult to see, but there's like rungs. And yeah, it takes on the appearance of like a sideways ladder. Wow. I think picking that up all right. So much strangeness that I can record. Man, it's just amazing. And again, in the month of September, and we're still just in the beginning stages of this month. Wow, I'm glad I've got another brand new memory card. With a high allotment of storage space. So I don't think I can zoom in any further than what I am. Oh, just a scoonch. Let's try to drop this lighting down again. There, can we see what I was explaining, describing? Let's try this again. Yeah, a little bit darker. Alrighty, I think before I get too terribly carried away with the recording, I'm going to go ahead and, man, we'll go ahead and do a little 360 spin about here one last time. Look at this. This is the tail end of what we were previously looking at. Right there would be the, I guess the skull or the head of it, right? Or somewhere down there. Okay. And then coming back around. Oh, hey. Gee. Well, what do we got hit back here now? Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, it's just non-stop and has been non-stop all day. Once again, coming back over, looking at that. Just strange, very strange. Yeah, that one there will be disappearing from view right directly. Man, it almost looks like we're getting some coloration kicking off down here now. Yeah, something. Oh. Yeah, very odd looking. Getting all those nighttime sounds. There's an air conditioning unit running in the background. And this is what we had targeted earlier, and it's still quite the glow up spot in comparison, once again, to its surroundings. Oh, hey, this guy took a little bit of a curve to his plate. Wow. What the heck is up with that? Oh, wow, yeah. Wow, this is quite the maneuvering that I've never witnessed. Okay, well, that caught my attention, and we're going to focus in on this. And I'm not creating that much longer of a recording, but wow, he's got a thick trail behind him. But a severe alteration to his plate course. Amazing. At least I'm quite, well, it doesn't matter if it's the same one that we were just looking at previously or a different one, is still taking quite the strange path. Because this is going like it's flying. Well, man, this thing is all over the place. What the heck? Student driver or what? Let's go ahead and go regular. Yeah, right over my head too. Oh yeah, it might be looking down on me as I'm looking up at it. Because like I said, that was a very strange maneuvering that this craft undertook. Wow. Not typical at all. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that was quite strange in of itself. I have to say, well, I have to admit and say, but yeah, this is getting crazier looking back here once again. Let's go back here. Um, Focus. Thank you. Look at this. Go ahead and try to stay focused and. Well, look at that. That's pretty wicked looking. Not quite to the degree that it was, but we're trying to get the best focusing. Yeah. Alright, one last zoom in viewing of it before we end this. Yeah. Not quite like it was. Now it's all blending in together for the most part. Yeah. The rungs are all blending together. Another bit of strangeness here. But we're not going to focus in on anything else, as we are going to now end this recording. Man, there's been a lot of them today. A lot of recordings. And I, for one, am ready to be done. But I'll step back out here shortly, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up at that given point in time. Keeping fingers crossed, at least. Once again, wow, this is... It is what it is. And that's what it is tonight, at this given point in time. Thanks for watching.